Wait, not yet. We are live. We are officially live in the SEI Party.
Is there not more of us?
I only can have one more.
Yeah.
If there is one more. If there is not
coming?
Nobody else confirmed. So it's just us.
Okay.
Please tell me I'm not the only one that die.
But my whiskey.
Yeah, I only got
Sorry.
Okay.
You're outnumbered to just like be careful what you say.
Am I the only one drinking alcohol? Am I the only one drinking alcohol?
You've got my
Yeah,
drugged
you've
up
got a
tea.
problem.
Oh, do you want to see my
We support you.
look. Do you like my mug?
Oh God.
Actually, funny story. I bought it for my mum.
Wow.
Oh, Michelle.
Awesome.
Okay, no,
Your mum was
in Edinburgh, hence the yeah. So I bought it in Edinburgh, and this is just to be
Okay.
washed. Yeah,
I love that. This chat is
Should we do a little introductory thing?
Okay.
Okay.
Go on,
Hi
then.
everyone. Welcome to our broadcast show. We are SEI.
What a cringe! What a cringe!
Welcome.
Now everybody's just turned off.
Excellent.
I'm trying to make everyone comfortable.
Oh,
Aw, you're doing a great job.
that was a good idea for you to do yourself.
Right, so Bella, tell us a bit more about yourself.
That me.
Yeah.
My name's Isabella May Aaron. I'm the youngest of 5 children. I'm 21 years old. That's so awkward.
You started it.
No. It's like a
What's the colour of your toothbrush?
the colour of my toothbrush.
Yeah.
Well, it's always changing because
Oh God.
it's an old like electric one, and there's like whenever you change the head of it, you have to like it comes with a different color like ring, and it's always changing. At the moment it's blue. Last week it was I think pink.
Oh, okay.
What's your favorite color out of all of them?
All the rings or just my favorite color in general?
Oh, answer both for us.
My favorite color the rings. I quite like the pink and I quite like the blue. I like colors, but my favorite colors are I'd say yellow and purple and rose pink. Like this is my towel, rose pink. I don't know if you can see it.
So we've got some comments, guys, already.
I can't see. Oh wait, live comments.
Yeah, go on live. Go on comments.
Party hardy, party. Hello, 4 ladies and
Oh, no,
one.
they can see it.
It's
No?
Susie.
The bum mug is classic.
Oh,
nice.
yeah, right. We've got our hello 4 ladies and 1 Louis. MBTI.
One mum.
The bum mug. Can't even talk. Bum mug is classic. Zara, if you're so, I'm not a big Socionics. I don't know a lot. It's just because of Jack. That's it, basically. No,
Yeah, it's just the Jack for me as well.
So what do you mean by?
I think it's meant to be
What's
like
the
a
last
pun,
one?
like TE, like your tea, your cup of tea is warmed in panties, like they've done TI in panties.
As in, some people have mugs that, like, when they put hot contents in, then it changes.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're asking
do that.
if underwear appears on the bum.
No,
when
it
you
was
put-
already there. No underwear. Don't need any underwear. No
Good
underwear.
one,
no
though.
underwear.
It's perfect as is.
No
Okay,
underwear, don't need any.
Yeah.
That's the quote of this stream.
What's this comment? Is there a pattern to this comment?
Oh,
How do you do that? It's
Oh.
like magic.
that's cool. Winston's mum.
No, it's just whenever the toothbrush head goes a bit weird, then I change it to a brand new one and it comes with a new colour. It's nothing to do with the coloured ring. It's
How boring. No.
It's so sweet.
Me and Bella have like a relationship now. We're basically sisters.
We're sister-in-law.
I can't imagine how. Yeah.
Oh,
What?
strong.
Okay, Louis, what colour's your toothbrush?
My toothbrush, green with blue.
Okay. So So tell me,
Right here.
who you are. Who are you? What's your life story?
No
I don't
pressure.
have.
We need to like get to know each other.
Yeah, but I don't have a. What did you say? Love story?
I
want to hear the love story.
Me too.
No, because I don't hear very well, but I understand that. But I don't know.
No. I'm not going to get that personal yet. Don't worry.
No. Okay. No. Sorry, I don't speak English very well, so it is hard for me to keep up with you. Please.
Oh gosh. Hi, Kat. Oh,
Cat.
Beam. This guy is interesting, or girl. I don't know. Winston's mum, are you a girl or guy? I don't know.
Beam me up, hyperspace spot.
Beam me
Can
up,
I find
hyperspace
people
spot.
fascinating? Hello. Interesting.
This is so TE polar.
What does
Just
if you
saying.
block me?
Oh.
I love his accent.
Yeah.
I have a bipolar story just now.
We're just all over the place. We're being
Oh, we've got a
very.
question, guys. Got a question. Who wants to answer?
Zara, you start. Wait, that way.
Okay.
Zara, you start.
Well, I mean, it's mainly Jack's fault because I'm kind of getting married to him, so I can't really escape the reality of Socionics. I mean, it's really interesting. To be fair, I've learned a lot about myself. I think I know more about myself now than I ever did before, and it makes you think about why you do things and how you get on with people. But I'm still trying to get my head around it and trying to understand different types and how to type people, because I still don't really know how to do it. To be honest, but yeah, it's very interesting, and like I'm starting to think about what that person can be. Not that I can really do it very well yet, but yeah. And Jack did me a lovely diagram, which I actually need him to do me again because I lost it. But
the diagram?
Actually, Bella, it's in your house. He drew me a diagram. It's on the desk somewhere, but I don't know where. I don't know the desk.
In your room?
No. It's on your mum's desk. She probably chucked it out. I don't know.
You wrote notes on it.
He just wrote like the different quadras and which type is in each quadra.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
And you can find it online.
Yeah, I'm sure I can. But it was nice that he drew me it.
Aww. Jack.
Right, go on, Bella. No, actually, we've had enough from you. Let's go to. I'm joking. Go on.
Aww.
Am I allowed to wear? Sorry.
Right, no, go Bella, and then why can't I see like names? I'm gonna be up. No, I know. I'm gonna be on. Right, let's go like 1, 2, 3, and then do the 2 at the bottom. Go on, Bella.
Okay. What was it again? Why do I like? Okay, I like Socionics because it helped me understand why my last relationship was very much wrong for me. It helps me understand life and make sense of everything. A lot of the time, a lot of my life, I've been confused with like what's going on, and now I know what's going on a little bit more. Not completely, just a little bit more, and it's nice. It's nice being able to understand anything. And it just makes a lot of sense of like why I get on with certain people, why certain people scare me and intimidate me. Why I like food so much.
For real though.
Yeah. It's like same as Zara, it helps me understand a lot more about myself, which is nice. Yeah, and Jack is a very big influence on Socionics in the family. He's pretty much got most of my family into Socionics apart from my dad and my other brother Max. They're like, you can't. No. So yeah, that's my story. On to
the next one.
So I was kind of into typology anyway, since I was about 16, 17. And then I found Socionics, and it helped me to like myself more. Because I don't know I think some people here are into MBTI, but if you're a sensor in MBTI, I don't know, there's kind of like a stereotype that you're a bit rubbish and you're not as good as intuitive and stuff like that, and like your qualities are not as precious and as unique as like an intuitive type. I know, I'm so precious and unique. I mean, come on. So like I came to Socionics, and it was like it was just so nice to be thought of as I've got some strengths that are useful and that people like and some people need. So it's really helped me like myself a lot more, and like be proud of like my type and things like that. Yeah, that's me.
Oh, the same thing.
I'd like to thank my family.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want me to go next? Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
I like it for a lot of reasons. I mean, I also do Myers-Briggs and some Enneagram, study and stuff, and it just always helps to know more about other people. And like, I typically want people to be comfortable with me and to chat with me. And if you kind of know what their functions are or their information elements, if we're talking about Socionics, then that helps to kind of know what direction you want to take the conversation in. Yeah, also met a lot of really cool people, and I think Socionics is a lot about that, kind of trying to figure out what people are interested in and whatever else. And I was just going to answer Kat. She asked me what I was eating. I'm eating cheese and almonds. So
Together.
Classy.
Together.
Yes, together. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay. And then Louis.
Okay. I really like Socionics because it is fun, first of all. It is fun to read all the theory, even though some things are quite strange, like reading the dichotomies. I don't understand nothing about reading dichotomies. It has helped me to understand myself better, to understand my motivations, because I started to wonder, why do I do the things that I do? And Socionics is a perfect answer. And I started with Enneagram and MBTI, but Enneagram is too vague sometimes, and MBTI is like too easy. And Socionics is like, oh, it's complex. It is. Therefore, it is better.
Yeah.
And it gives me that sensation of, I understand this complex thing, so this makes me better or something. I don't know how to express that.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I feel the same. It makes me secretly feel smart. It's like, I'm into Socionics. Probably don't get it. It's really complicated.
We are smart. We're really, really clever.
Also to solve conflicts, because I clash with some people sometimes, and I'm very conflict avoidant. So I understand why better that people that do that thing. See? Sometimes people are conflictive because they are conflictive, because they are. So I understand that reasoning better, and it gets me to get calmer when I'm with someone with sometimes very clashy personalities. And it is more comfortable, like, I know why, so I can tolerate it better.
Yeah.
Why we like our comforts, definitely.
Oh, Olivia's here. I think she wants to say that.
Not SEI.
Hi. This is an EIE, everyone.
Gate crashing.
Oh, hi, Zara. How are you?
How are you?
What is
Can you
this?
get? It's the live Well, Socionic Society. I told you about it. It's on YouTube.
Party. Passion party. She actually ran
Doesn't
away.
look her best, so she's leaving.
I think Kat asked what everyone's Hogwarts houses were. If we want to go over that, that'd be fun.
Oh yeah, this one.
Mm-hmm.
Love Harry
Well,
Potter.
apparently I'm Hufflepuff.
And me.
Yay! And probably everyone here.
I'm a Slytherin.
What?
Get out.
Yes.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
What about you, Louis? Hufflepuff? No, Jay.
Hufflepuff.
Yeah, Hufflepuff. All of those, yeah. Love
I'm
Hufflepuff.
I'm the trickster SEI.
Explain yourself, please.
Yeah. Why?
I do the so you know how FE and Socionics is a lot about getting a reaction out of people in some ways, but usually it's calming. I like to pull pranks and stuff, So I took this we were doing a white elephant exchange. I don't know if you all know what that is, but it's you have to bring, or not white elephant, it was a Secret Santa. So you have to bring a present for someone and they don't know who you are. So I took this box of chocolates and wrapped it in double tape and then duct tape and then Gorilla Tape and made them open it, and it took them 15 minutes. Do stuff like that all the time to just make people's lives harder. Just for the fun of it. So that's where my Slytherin is, the
Evil
joy.
side. Evil. Okay, that makes sense.
That's funny.
Um,
What other-
Oh, there's a good
Oh.
question from, I think it must be from Jack.
Yeah, we've
Jack.
got one.
Why?
We've got
What does
one
everyone
about,
do for a living?
Oh, I like. Yeah, oh, yes. Who's that? Oh, who's this? He's literally right there.
giving us ideas.
What a creep.
Right. Who wants to go first?
Should we start from the bottom?
Yeah, from Louis.
Okay, I work as a teacher right now, and that's it. I give a lot of classes. I have 2 jobs because they pay very poorly, but they have they are fun. They are better than working at a factory because I really hate working at the factories. That's something that my dad has pushed me all my life, and something that I have been rejecting always. And teaching is fun because you interact with the people, you get to do the math and all the hard stuff. And just today, when I wrote in the Facebook inbox, my boss wrote me to summon me because I forgot to go for my check 4 times in a row. 4 weeks I didn't have my check on my hands.
Oh my god.
She told me don't you need money for the quarantine? And yeah, why? Because you haven't come for your check in 4 weeks in a row. Oh, let me go, please.
Wow.
Slipped your mind.
Sounds like
And
something
that's
I'd
it. Yes, I work as a teacher. What about you?
You're currently working. Is the school still open?
Yes, we're having some virtual classroom stuff. We're using Microsoft Teams and just like it's just a hangout. I just project the presentation and we do the stuff.
What is it?
Sorry, my mum is screaming.
Oh, Michelle.
On the phone. Actually, probably, I wouldn't even be surprised if you could probably hear her. Anyway, sorry, go on then.
I guess I'll go next. I'm just doing a lot of freelance writing right now. I was supposed to start a job at a school being a paraprofessional, but the school's closed, so I never started it. I don't know if I will now due to funding. Yeah,
Sad.
very.
Must be annoying.
Well, I want people to be safe, so
Yeah. But you're probably excited about it.
yeah, I think it'd be interesting. Work with kids and help out.
Mm.
Right. Shall I go or Bella or who?
Laura.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go. Come on, guys. We need some.
None of us are going to be able to make any decisions here because
No.
we're too worried about what everyone else thinks. So,
Mhm.
so At the moment, I'm not working because I had a baby, so I'm on maternity leave. But my job, I work for a community. I don't know how to explain it because when I tell people what it is, they're like, "I've never heard of it." So I work for like a community mental health team as a peer support worker. So it's like any other support worker, but the peer part means I used to use mental health services and I've got my own experience of mental health problems, and that's what I use to support people. And I've been doing that for about 6 years. And I tend to like work with people who've got like really bad like social anxiety, and like teaching them how to like leave the house, go back on public transport, and things like that, things very social that take a lot of social confidence, because I couldn't do that at one stage and now I can. So I teach them how to kind of based on how I've relearned how to do those things. But I'm a bit nervous about going back. I'm meant to be going back at the end of the month, but because of like coronavirus, it's like we ain't getting on a bus and we ain't going to the shop. So how am I going to help these people? So I'm a bit like, oh, about that. I'm not really sure what's going to happen when I go back. And like Jamie, I do writing, but she's a lot better than me. But you're so much better than me. I get paid a tiny bit for it. I mainly write about boring stuff like being a mom. I'm one of those mommy bloggers.
No, it's relatable. Well, not for me. I'm not a mum, but for other people.
It's useful. Not for me.
Your long-term plan.
But yeah, that's it.
More organised than I am.
That's really lovely. I think my sister does something similar to that, but she does. She's doing over the phone appointments at the moment.
Okay.
So she's still working, but yeah. Wait, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's a bit of a confusing one because I'm a third-year student, doing like child psychology, sociology, and education, but I'm on my placement year. So I've been since September working at a special needs primary school, but on like a voluntary basis. But recently they started paying me 2 days a week, but that was only the start of last month. So now this whole thing's going on, I'm not currently going to work, even though it's still open, but my parents won't let me leave the house. But it's just a bit annoying because like I was starting to learn a lot and getting paid, and now it's like, oh no, you can't have that. So just when it was starting to get like really good for me, like kind of been cut. I mean, I'm still working sort of from home. Like the teacher in my class sends me things that I need to do, like tasks, and I need to get like, resources and stuff ready for summer term if it's going to be open then. But yeah, and then after I go back to Leeds for my final year in September. Hopefully I'll do like, I think I might do a master's in occupational therapy and then go on to massage and meditation therapy. I've not quite like planned it all out yet thoroughly. I'm kind of like figuring it out, but I know what the end goal is.
Yeah. I think you'd be so good at that. Occupational therapy is amazing. I work with occupational therapists, and I could see why. Yeah, like why an SEI would be good at like occupational therapy, physiotherapy, and stuff like that.
We just like helping people.
Yeah, we're just so great.
Yeah, we're so great.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I agree. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Well, I am a physiotherapist. Well, I was working with kids, and then, well, I've been working with kids for the last year and a half, just in the community. And now I have been redeployed to intensive care. So I mean, not even at the moment, not even as a physio, as a nurse, like a healthcare assistant. I had training today on loads of stuff that I know about, but had never even thought that I'd even ever be doing. I just thought, oh, the nurses will do that. The nurse will do that. And now I'm like, oh crap. Okay, I'm probably going to do that. So, but at the moment, I don't even know when I'm starting, or if I'm going to be physio, or if I'm going to be a healthcare assistant. At the moment, it's like, who knows? So it's a bit weird. I mean, it's
How
a
are you
bit
dealing
like,
with it? How are you dealing with it? Are you okay?
I mean, it was quite sad today, the training, what they were talking about, how like families can't go in to intensive care, and like if someone dies or passes away or whatever, I basically might be the only one. Mum. Okay, don't.
I love that.
Just go away. Who is it? Who is it? It's Jack's sister. Right. Yeah, it's not funny. I shouldn't be laughing. Right. So what they said today, it was really sad. So like obviously families can't go at all, like no family member at all. So what they've said to us is basically we might be the only people around with these patients who might pass away. And it was just really heavy. Like, I mean, obviously I have like personal experience in ITU, like from my family, and like it's all a bit that kind of side of things, like that family side of things. I think is so sad that people can't actually spend their last moments with their pet, like with their family members. So what they're doing is they're having this whole phone service, like the ITU have set up this family support phone service that the people who are on ITU get a call from this specific service, and they get a call twice a day or get call updates twice a day, instead of us having to go and talk to the family on the phone and so it's really that I think is the worst thing I've heard today. But I've worked on intensive care before as a physio, so I mean, and on this intensive care, so it makes it a little bit easier for me. So I can't even know what to expect, but it's not the same because they're having to like change a lot of things. They're having to increase bed spaces for ITU onto different wards, onto different theatres.
I saw them in a big warehouse.
Yeah, well, it's amazing they've done that. Like the 4,000 intensive care beds in London, they've done it in 9 days. So yeah, it's quite intense at the moment, but I love my job. I love physio. I love working kids. It's the best thing ever. So yeah, it makes me very happy. Let's see.
It does something to our hearts. I don't know. It's just such like a feeling that we get. Like, I don't know. I don't have to explain it. It's nice. It's all I've ever really.
Definitely, 100%. Let's see if there are.
There's loads of
yeah, I know. We're talking too much. There's this one. I don't know if I can really answer the question, but if anyone wants to answer the question, go for it.
Who wants to go first? I have a bit to say. But
Yeah,
let someone else go first because I feel like I talk too much.
I don't mind them too much at all. Like, I think it always depends if somebody's a nice person or not. And regardless of type, if somebody's a dick, I'm not going to like them. But like, if somebody's nice and well-meaning and the intention is nice, and like, I don't mind them anyway. But like, if somebody's like FI polar, I probably am a lot more understanding. I find I'm a lot more understanding and tolerant of that than maybe other people. And I find that I'm able to like explain, oh, they didn't mean it like that, or because like I think perhaps people can take them the wrong way. I think especially SLEs, because sometimes they say stuff and I'm like, oh my god. Read the room.
Yeah, they say it with beta energy too, so it's like, it's
I
just
think we're psychic. I think SEIs are psychic.
Yeah.
Honestly, like sensory kind of feeling that you know exactly what someone's thinking or how they feel.
Well, I wouldn't
Yeah,
say it's
very in
always
tune
easy
with
knowing
them.
what someone's thinking, but it's
Not thinking,
really,
but
really easily pick up when there's like a negative vibe and we're like, that person's being off with me. And everyone's like, what? No, they're not. They are.
Yeah.
No.
Everyone thinks like you're mental, but and like the more you explain, no, I know they don't like me. Like you sound mental. But I know what you mean. I do the same.
I can just tell when someone's like, she's annoying. Like, I just it makes me feel like a little flea, and I just want to flick them away.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, I'm quite good at it.
Also, they make everything very exciting. Polars.
Yeah,
Like,
never a dull moment.
Everything is exciting. For example, you can go and buy some grocery, and that is the funniest thing to do in the day.
Wait, it says Ayali and SLE.
Yeah.
With Zara, you've got stuff to say about an Ayali. You're getting married to her.
Will the wedding go ahead?
That is a very, very good bloody question.
Yeah, we don't know. It will.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe not this year. Who knows? So it's very really crap. Actually, it's quite sad. Well, I've already postponed it, but I don't know if we're going to have to postpone it again.
It's a chance to escape. It's your chance to escape.
Where?
Anywhere. No. Zara
Can't even elope.
No.
I meant escape Jack.
Oh,
I'm joking.
It's
your chance.
It's already been 4 years. There's no escape now.
Oh, escape! I thought you meant Skype, like have the wedding over Skype. I was like, no, it's not having that.
Wedding. No. Absolutely not.
Well, I have an answer. So SLEs, I think I've said this once on a comment. They both fascinate me and terrify me. That like they know a lot about things. They have a lot to teach people, but the way that they do it is in such a like, oh my god, it's just so scary. I don't know. There's just something so like when they look at you, it's like.
Yeah.
I know you kind of want to, okay, bye. But you just want to listen to them as well. But with ILEs, I could just listen to them talk all day, every day. They're just so very, very interesting and fascinating. They have a lot to teach, and it's like it's in a nice way as well. It's a way where like they want to help you, and yeah, like my brother's an ILE, and
too much to say. She has too much to
say. But like, out of everyone in my family, I probably get on with him the best. Like we never have issues apart from when he's not cleaning up after himself.
Called out.
I really enjoy talking to ILEs. I think they're amazing. They have a lot to offer me.
But it's also the way that speaking from personal experience, it's just the way he talks about things. He's very passionate and he knows everything about everything about everything about everything. So it's like,
tell me more.
But one thing so when I met Jack for the first time, it was like I'd never spoken to anyone about the things that I'd spoken to him about on our first date, and I was like, I don't think I really socialized or knew anyone like him. So it was really interesting because it was like, oh, I'm intrigued, rather than like, oh my god, I'm in love. It was more. I'm going to be honest here. It was more like, this is interesting. Okay, let's see. And then it kind of developed in other ways. And we had I found that we had a lot more in common than I thought we did. Because at the beginning, I was like talking about random politics stuff, which I'd never even bloody spoken about to anyone. And I was like, I don't know anything about that. But
it's a challenge, and it's new and it's exciting.
100%. So
they keep your brain stimulated.
And then we give Eileen life, the physical life.
All the feelings.
Yeah.
Oh. I think
And we make them more aware of stuff too.
what I would say about FI polar is I've heard from people with FI polar that it can be hard to know like whether or not they actually like someone. Like it takes time for them to recognize it. So I think in that way I'd feel a little bit frustrated. Like, why don't you like like why don't you like me? Or I can't tell if you do, but it's like they have their own way of showing it, I think. So I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
I think we feel a lot very quickly. We're like,
Yeah.
it's easy for us to get attached, and when someone's not like sort of displaying similar signs to us, it's like, am I going mad? Am I just okay, bye. It's a bit weird. It's a bit alien to us, but yeah.
Jack never gets jealous ever.
Really.
It's fine. At the beginning it was annoying, but then I've had to get used to it.
He's not
I
an
don't know.
aggressive person. He's just not like.
But also he doesn't shout at all.
No,
Don't
but
know if
that's nice. That's nice.
I think
Because
that's not
it means that
Jack.
there's never like
It's
intense
negative.
horrible atmosphere created with him.
Hmm?
It means that there's never like a really tense and horrible atmosphere created with him, so you can just sort of be at peace.
I just shout at him. He doesn't.
Yeah, I
tell me.
know. He says the silliest things at the dinner table. You're just like, stop. It's funny.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting relationship in a good way, not in a bad way.
Is he here? Is he watching you? Say hello.
Good thing about it.
It's interesting.
I didn't know there was in there.
Come on, Jack.
everyone.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi,
Jack.
Olivia. How's it going?
You're not my brother. That's a bit weird.
That's a bit weird.
Why awkward?
I don't know. I'm used to watching it. Hi, guys.
You're being really awkward. You're
I'm not
being
used to
awkward.
streaming on my own channel. It's a surreal experience.
It's very weird, actually. We swapped. Completely swapped.
Yeah, I'm used to walking into him. I'm used to walking in on him in the room downstairs doing his live things and be like, oh, sorry.
Oh, she has to do a yoga. They have to do her yoga and her exercises, and they have to be bustled out and have to sit in someone else's bedroom.
God.
That's okay.
No, I
Do you have
didn't.
more questions?
Okay, fine. Screw you.
You're really awkward.
I know.
It's
I've never
so
been in this situation. I just enjoy it's you.
You feel that you have no control.
Oh my! I'm going to play it smooth. Hang on. Do it again.
What?
Hi everyone.
That
How's it going?
is creepy.
It's like a floating head.
Right, I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. Bye.
Do not approach
Oh,
this man.
on the
Call
head.
the police immediately.
I got it. I got that joke. That was funny.
Oh.
Oh, that's a nice one.
That's cute.
But I've not grown up yet.
For real though.
I don't know if I knew
That is amazing. Love you.
we are such children.
Who wants to start?
I'll
I
start,
would,
sure.
but I feel like I'm being annoying.
No, you're not annoying. Somebody
I
has to
don't know.
start.
I'm always aware when I talk too much, and I feel very
Well,
aware of myself.
yourself.
You're fine. Don't worry. You're fine.
Can someone
Start.
Jeez. I'll start. Okay, when I was young, I wanted to be a chef, and now I am not a chef. Very clearly not a chef.
Really hot. Warm. Getting a bit warm. Sorry. Go on. Sorry.
Next. Somebody else go?
Me?
Go
Okay, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a filmmaker and make movies, but that is too far for me. I don't know. And then I decided to go to the science field, and I ended up being a teacher. So that's it.
Oh.
All right, I'll go next.
No. It's awkward.
Okay, I'll go next because no one else is. I wanted to be a zookeeper because I liked animals.
Oh.
That was it. But then actually, I looked into the role and I had to clear up animal shit, so I didn't really want to do that anymore.
You could be the Tiger King of SEIs.
Oh my god!
Yes.
I have just finished it today.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that hasn't watched it?
You need to watch it. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen, but it's amazing. It's very amazing.
It is amazing. It's such a mess. I felt like a really normal, sane person, and it was really great for my self-esteem. So just watch it. It's great.
Honestly, watch it. You will feel
I've got all the time in the world now, so.
No, watch. You could probably watch it in one day. Like, it's so good, but ridiculous. But yeah, not like the Tiger King. I didn't really want to get arrested. So oh, sorry, I just ruined it.
Oh, I don't care. It's fine.
No. To be fair, he's in jail from quite early on anyway.
Wait, who is he? I don't know who he. Oh, I don't know.
Just watch it. There's no point. I'm not going to say anything else.
Of tigers.
He's the Tiger King. He's the king.
Is he a
of the
tiger or is he a human?
Is this
He is a
crazy
human.
meth-head hillbilly who catches tigers in his zoo?
How could a tiger do a documentary?
Wait, Trey just messaged me. Now. He asked what time this is. I said now. So.
That's a bit late. He's 41 minutes late.
Shame. Okay, wait, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I've always been quite indecisive. So I don't know. I quite like the idea of being a princess. I quite like the idea of being a fairy. I quite like the idea of being a penguin zoologist. I love penguins. I've got like millions of them in my room. I quite liked the idea of being a singer. I love singing and acting. Not a dancer. I can't dance for shit. And then one day, I think my friend's mum asked me, "Oh, Bella, what do you want to do when you're older?" And I said, "Actually, I kind of just want to look after small things, really."
Oh, that's cute.
I don't know. I've always loved children. I've always loved babies. I mean, when I was at shul, when I was a bit more religious when I was younger, we used to go to shul every week, that synagogue, and there was a little family, and the parents would always go to prayers, and the kids would just be running around, didn't know what to do. So they'd ask me to look after them, and I got on with them really well. I always entertained them, and I had this little moment with this little toddler. She must have been like 1.5 to 2, and the dad couldn't get her to fall asleep in her pram, so I just stroked her head and made shushing noises and like singing, humming things, and then I got her to fall asleep, and it was like, wow, I must be really good with children if I could get her to sleep and her dad couldn't. And I don't know, from that and from being really good with the kids in reception when I was in year 6 at primary school, I just sort of knew this is my calling. I've got to work with kids. I can calm them down. That must be what I'm good at, because I didn't really know what I was good at school. So yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Well, what I wanted to be when I grew up, and I didn't really understand it, but I went to a Catholic school and I really liked this nun. And I wanted to be a nun, but I didn't really know what it entailed. I just wanted to know beans and to eat cheese, because she said she had to eat plain foods like cheese and crackers. And I thought, well, that's great. I'll grow up and have a nice necklace and eat cheese. That's what I thought it was. But then I realised, no, it's...
I love that. That just gave me life. Oh, you're brilliant.
I'm clearly not a nun. No, I mean, I have a child. Cheese, so I did fulfill my life dream.
Jesus, I was just about... You stole it.
What did you say?
Jesus.
Oh. I love cheese, but I can't eat it.
My mum wants to get in with this live stream, obviously.
Yeah,
She's
I'm not very good at it. No,
Yay, Michelle!
I'm not that good.
I can't wait.
Tomorrow they're doing Zoom to the film.
You can say it.
I don't know.
Light us on fire.
Right, anyway, she's gone. She didn't want to say hello. I'm sorry, Jesus. I thought it was funny. Is it not funny?
It is. Wait, who here likes cheese?
Cheese is great. Oh my goodness.
What? I couldn't hear that.
Who here likes cheese?
Oh, was it like who here
Everyone
likes
in the
Jesus?
comments.
And I was like, I suppose I've not met him. Sure, he's nice.
Wait, everyone in the comments, say I or me if you like cheese. I want to know. Get a little thing going.
Right, we've got another question. Another one, or are we continuing on Jesus?
We'll move on.
Move forward.
Are you sure? Are you really sure? Right.
Wait. There's a comment by Jack. Zara,
No, we don't need to read that. Right, let's go to no, we can read that in a minute. What is that, George?
apparently SEIs tend to be rounder in the face because of our love of food. I've been working on my jawline though. I've been working.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't have particularly any jawline. I don't know. What did that say? Let's let her know. Actually, I'm not looking at his comments. I've put another hyperspace. Do you think the socionics types are prone to changing, especially during someone's teens?
Yes and no. It depends. It depends on how much development they go through, like how different their life was before. Because I don't know, I feel like a lot of people have different, like if they have like a really like tough upbringing, then they might be a different type, and then they might like overcome that and then change. I don't know. It depends on if they like change as a person because of their life. Does that make any sense? I feel like
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Like it's situational, you mean?
Yeah.
I think it depends on how old are we talking with teens, because at the point at which you're 16, it's probably pretty solid what you're going to be. Like your strong functions are probably showing, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was like 13, I was a bit of a bitch, so I just wanted to be popular, and I was like, this boy liked me, and I was such a bitch to him. I was like, go away. And I just wouldn't say that to anyone. Now I could not. I just couldn't.
Don't we have less of a filter when we're younger?
I was just so shy. I basically said yes to everything, and I couldn't say. I just didn't have. I don't feel like I had much of a personality. I could definitely be a doormat. I was doormat, basically.
I'd walk on you. No, I'm joking.
Aw. I'd pick you up off the floor and set you into a throne.
Oh.
No one's ever said that to me before.
Aw. Yes.
No, I mean, yeah, I don't think I have much of a personality when I was younger. I didn't have a lot to say for myself.
Now.
Yeah. Well, I think it's life experience and meeting Jack. That's so cheesy.
Cheese.
He's another cheese there.
I think you do change a lot as a person when like
you have to love yourself before you can love somebody else.
yeah.
And that, can I get an amen? Right, no, I'm joking.
Now sashay away.
Yeah.
Very
No,
cool.
but I think that's so true, because I think it just makes you develop as a person.
Once you meet someone who brings out the best in you, it brings out a side of you that you didn't even know that you had, and like qualities that you weren't aware were there.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Mm.
I think some people think they change type. Like I've thought that about myself, but I think in the past, especially as a teenager, I was around people that didn't value my natural personality, And so I didn't. I think I wanted to be something I wasn't. And it wasn't until like maybe my mid-20s, I was like, oh, I think I'm SEI. I think I'm like any other typology systems, I started to stay the same type, sort of keep swapping. And I think it has a lot to do with the people you're around. Because I was not allowed to be SEI growing up. It was not valued at all. But now I'm married to an LII, so I'm married to somebody who's in my quadra. And meeting him really brought out a lot of the qualities I have that I felt like embarrassed about because other people around me didn't like them, or they made me feel like I was too this and not enough this. Like he needs me to be that way. So I think that's helped me think, oh yes, I am SEI, but before like I thought I was other types and stuff, and I probably thought, oh, you can change type because I have, but I didn't. It was just I wasn't seeing myself very clearly because I wasn't allowed to. Does that make sense?
Yeah. You can be your true self now.
I can. I'm free.
Aw.
It's
Wait, we're going awkward again.
No, it's not awkward. Why would you say that? It wasn't awkward at all.
There was a little moment of silence, so we were just like,
So
Okay.
I didn't feel it was awkward. You just said it was awkward, but it wasn't.
It was
I always
just
think I'm more awkward than I am.
same.
You seem like out of all of us, you're the one who seems the
I
most
think it's a good
socially
comment.
confident.
What, me?
Yeah.
It's because I panic and I'm like, I have to say something.
Yeah, but you're not coming across how you think you are. You're coming across really well. So don't be so hard on yourself. I'm like, I wish I was confident. I'm here like, I wanted to be a nun because I wanted to eat cheese.
You're really funny.
Don't worry about it. You're fine.
Has anyone noticed the comment that I've put on here?
SEI porn, UW. What does that mean?
I don't know what the
Woo-woo?
Woo-woo.
It's supposed to be super cutesy, isn't it?
Like what anime people do.
Anime.
I think we are the last type to ever do porn. It's just so
Unless it's like food porn.
I think Lou got bored.
Wait, what actually is food porn? Is it just like
People just like
food,
pay to
or
watch
is
you
it
eat stuff.
like food incorporated into porn? Wait, what?
It's
I
like
don't
food that looks so appetizing in pictures you want to eat it, you know, like that kind of thing.
Oh, like tasty, like BuzzFeed videos.
Oh, however you got to think about it.
Wait, do you know what I'm talking about? Like BuzzFeed has like a sideshow thing called Tasty, and they just do like recipes, like cookies.
Oh, well, if it looks like really good, then yeah, that's probably it.
I watch them like every day. And it's always in such an aesthetically pleasing way. Like they have like a really clear mixing bowl, and they have all the ingredients on the side, and they're really, really, really like little tiny clear bowls, and like boop, boop, mix, boop. And it's just so, I love it.
It is very
It
satisfying.
makes me so happy.
Yes. I like that.
I'm just trying to find.
There's a couple of weird on there. Just ignore them.
Yeah.
Just ignore them.
Wait, I don't know where I am. We've got
Oh,
more.
look what he's done. Look what he's trying to do. He's trying to get people to ask more questions.
What, Jack?
Yeah, look at it. Look at him. Anyone watching, feel free to love this. Right, let's do this now.
I'm really feeling the love.
Yes. Oh, we've done this.
Yeah, I think they just put it up to make sure we answer it.
We did hear you. Don't worry.
How long are we supposed to do this for?
No.
How long? Until Jack says stop.
Never.
He's not saying. I was in my hands tonight.
Random name 2298 asked something quite good. I have
What?
to scroll up a bit. Like growing up, did you experience any sort of development of the information elements? For example, was SI and FI always there throughout your life, and then other functions followed suit? That's something we could all answer, or is that a bit?
It's quite deep, isn't it? It's getting very deep now. Oh,
I'm
dear.
confused.
What time was that?
It's
Um,
Random name 228 asked it.
What?
Random name 2298 said it.
I said 2298. I can't read. I'm sorry.
What time was it?
Just after a little bit up. Something after
9:25.
to go to I Like Cheese and go down from there. You find.
Oh God, I'm so behind.
Olivia wants me to send her a Motel Rocks discount code for students. And she's messaging me nonstop. Please, please, please. Look and wait.
Sorry?
No, sorry, I'm just trying to.
Hang on.
What time?
Don't have to do that one. Sorry, it's just I was trying to find one that wasn't weird.
What about this one? Give us a top 2 SI tips. Anything involving aesthetic, comforting, calming yourself and others down, etc. It's Cat. It's from 9:04 p.m.
Okay.
You're really early. One sec. Jack's trying to find this other one. And we can go back to that one. Oh,
There we go.
what's timing?
Information metabolism element.
Oh God, someone else.
Mhm.
Someone else answer first, and then I'll think.
Who wants to go?
You can.
Okay, I guess I'll go. I think that the awareness of SI and FI have always been there. FE is something that I didn't always acknowledge necessarily, like, or I didn't realize how important it was to me. Like, I liked when people would laugh and like be calm and have fun with me, but I didn't realize like, oh, like I actually kind of need that to feel good, you know? Like that kind of awareness developed over time. And then I think TI is something that I, to this day, I'm trying to figure out where it is exactly, and like I know I like any and yada yada. My cat?
Yeah, sorry, that made me really happy.
Yeah, I saw you react. I'm like, yes.
I have a cat. Where is she? I don't know.
Go and get Tilly. Go and get Tilly.
Oh, she's probably like going like that to someone for attention.
Likely.
My cat looks like yours.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's Rakovich.
Rakovich.
Yes.
Interesting name.
Yes. He came to me that way.
Oh. Mine's called Matilda, Hermione, Crystal, Erin.
Love it.
Really,
Love it.
don't worry, we don't say Matilda, Hermione, Crystal, Erin every time.
Give an effort.
I love it.
Shall I go?
Yeah, go on.
Go for it.
I always felt like I had an introverted feeling. I think that really came out when I was younger. But I think I was kind of always stressed when I was younger. So I don't know whether that's why. I think that's what caused me to mistype. And I thought I was like EII for ages. I think I thought I was more serious than what I actually am. I wouldn't actually describe myself as very serious. But I was sort of forced into situations when I was younger where I had to sort of be like the moral compass of the family, like the group I was in and stuff like that. So I kind of thought that was my thing. And now I look back and it's like, it really wasn't. I think like I was trying to make everybody comfortable and everything and trying to create peace and harmony, which is quite an SEI thing. And I don't think my extroverted feeling came out properly until I was older. I think because I was so shy and I wasn't very confident using it. And now I'd say I was more confident with being friendly with people and getting them to act a certain way. And, you know, like when like you purposely say something to make someone smile and stuff like that. I'd want to do it before, but I never had the confidence to. I was so shy. But now like I do it all the time now I'm older. So I don't know if things develop according to how confident you feel. I don't know if anybody else has felt the same.
Yeah, I think it's definitely
The SEI stuff in yourself.
Wait, what's that wailing noise? That really threw me off. Just said like,
Oh, I think it's my child. She's shut in a cupboard downstairs. She won't bother us. No, she's with her dad. She's just very loud.
There was an ambulance.
sorry.
I didn't even react because like, I'm just so used to it. I do look after her. Don't call anyone. It's okay.
Covered. Oh, love that.
Yeah, I think I do agree with you. I think it's a big confidence thing. I don't exactly know how to answer the question 100% because I don't particularly know all the bits, but I kind of, from what you're kind of saying, I agree. If that makes sense at all. Yeah. Anyone else?
The one who raised her hand.
The one, her name was Bella.
Bella.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what that means. I can answer the for example bit, but I've always been like aware of when I've been comfortable and uncomfortable, but like I've always sort of put it behind me to make sure that everyone else, like other people, were comfortable first before me. Like even if I was uncomfortable with like a situation, I'd sort of be like, okay, but you need to like act like you are so that the other person doesn't feel uncomfortable as well, because I'm aware of like they might sense that I am, and that might make them feel bad, and I was like, I can't have that. I can't have that person feel awkward or bad for how I'm feeling. I've got to pretend that I'm okay. Yeah, but like with like the introverted extroverted thing, I think, is that what it's asking about, the I and I don't know, but like I've always sort of known that I'm like sociable, but that there was this one time that I think at the mitzvah, and I didn't know anyone there, and I just sort of walked in and I was like, okay, I don't know anyone, this is really uncomfortable, I don't think I can be here. Like if I can like foresee that I'm going to be very like awkward and just have like a really like, sorry for my French, but shit night, then I'm just like, I'll give it 5 minutes, but then I'm just, no, I've got to go. So I rang my dad and he had to pick me up early. Yeah, I just like, I don't like feeling like everyone else knows each other, and I'm just like, because I don't know, like, I don't know them well enough. I can't quite get myself to like break out of that shell and like talk to someone new by myself. I always need like a mediator. I need someone else. I need like a friend. So at parties and stuff, if I've got one friend, and if I've had, you know, a bit of this kind of friend, then I can go and talk to whoever, because I just want to meet new people and make new friends. But like it takes something else to get me to be like that. Otherwise, I'm, you know, uncomfortable. Yeah.
Did you know anyone there?
What, at the bar mitzvah?
Yeah.
I knew the bat mitzvah girl.
No one else.
No.
Because I think in that situation, if it was me and I did know a few people, it would take me a while, but I don't know.
It's a hard situation.
I do find it hard. It's a hard situation because I like, and now I was comparing this to Jack, because Jack could speak to a brick wall and make a conversation.
I know.
And I find it so hard. I find it so hard to, with new people, trying to do all that small talk crap, which is, you know, it's a bit annoying.
Especially when they're in groups and they're kind of closed off and they're like, I don't know you.
And the other person doesn't reciprocate the conversation, so you're like trying to think of things to say, and then like, but I'm just not, I don't know, I find it really hard to like link conversations together and be like talking about something and be like, oh, tell me more. Like that's how Jack does it, and I understand he does that. He's like, he's like asked a question about a specific thing that the person has said, and I'd just be standing like.
Sometimes I'm like listening. I'm like, I have something to say, but I just cannot get myself to speak. It's like I don't know. It's like somehow there's a seal over my mouth, and I just actually cannot bring myself to speak the words. It's really odd.
So sometimes when I can speak, sometimes I just say something like, also, do you like water? Something very general. Like, oh, everybody drinks water, so they have to say something.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Well, just like a random fact. Like, oh, like I like fairies, and then like you can make a conversation about fairies or something, or water, or
Something universal enough. Yeah. Makes sense.
I used to
Well,
just start saying like random shit to make people be like, "What? You're so weird. You're so cute." I don't know, because otherwise, like there was just like this sort of like awkward silence, and if I could sense like,
Oh.
oh, I'm not giving off a very good impression, or these people don't really like me, I'd suddenly like for years at school, I like had this whole weird persona where I was like the ditzy little like cute friend. I don't know, it was so weird, and I sort of believed that I was like that myself, and it was
Yeah.
like it was just like a social thing to get to like make conversation. It was so weird, and I didn't really notice I didn't really become aware of it and like switch it off until I think first year of university, when my my housemate came to my jiu-jitsu class, and she was like, "Bella, why are you acting like that in front of those people? You're not usually like that. What are you doing? That's not you." And I was like, "What? Oh, oops."
Yeah, I know. I think I've done similar stuff, like dumbed myself down or played down certain things, so people will like me.
Yeah,
Because I found if I act like I'm too different or something like that, I can feel them drift away from me, and it feels awkward. So sometimes, like, I pretend like, oh, I'm a dumb bitch, sort of thing. Because then, like, it kind of, I don't know why I do it, because it's silly, really. But I've never heard anybody else say they do it as well. But
it gives
I think you start believing it, don't you? You start believing you're not very clever and you are dumb. Yeah, I've done the
and
same.
also like not being very good at like really academic subjects at school didn't help either.
Yeah, I felt pressured to like take an academic route, and I'm not academic either. I'm more hands-on, and I like people-focused stuff. And I think that might be a reason why sometimes SEIs think they're not very clever or not as clever as other people. Because I think like the society we live in and like the educational system and all that kind of doesn't value our skills as such. So like I've always thought I wasn't very smart, but like my husband's really, really like academic, really, really brainy, really, really clever. And he thinks I'm really smart in a lot of ways that he has no idea. Like he has no idea how I understand people so easily and how I understand emotions. And he said like he has no idea. Like I walk into a room and I know whether people are okay or not. I can feel the emotional temperature of a room is what he calls it. And I was like, yeah, I thought everybody could. And he's like, no, I can't. And this is why he didn't have like a girlfriend for 5 years before he met me. He doesn't understand emotions. Whereas like I really understand stuff like that. Like so instinctively, I thought it wasn't a skill as such.
Yeah, 100 billion%. I couldn't agree more.
But
I never ever thought I was clever in any way. Just never have. And I think I was just like, oh, I'm so dumb. I don't know anything. And then as soon as Jack comes along, who's clever clogs times 1,000. No, I mean like, but he's made me realize that I'm clever in different ways. Honestly, I just never thought I was.
Yeah, my husband's done the same for me.
Practically.
I don't know if it happens to you, but sometimes when thinking we're overcomplicating something, and then comes someone and it's just a simple yes or no question that I was thinking a lot too much. I don't know if that happens to you.
Like overthinking something.
I overthink all the time. Literally today, oh my god, got myself into a right situation in my head, and then it was fine. And it was like, oh, okay.
I think the intelligence question is interesting because I don't like consider myself intelligent, but I consider myself a hard worker. So like I will do whatever I need to do in whatever realm I'm in to make it work. Like academia, I'll do it. Hands-on, I'll do it. Whatever else, and that's like a really good skill I think we have.
I think we can really apply ourselves. Like I would do well in exams because I'd work so hard because I felt like I had to prove myself because I thought, I'm stupid. I'm not naturally good at it. don't remember what I did in the exams, but like at the time, on paper it was like, oh, I'm quite smart. But like, I think we really can apply ourselves, and like, I think I surprise people sometimes.
Surprise ourselves.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I had that with A levels. I wasn't even supposed to do A levels. After when I was doing GCSEs, I was like freaking out in my room saying, I'm not clever enough to do A levels. I can't do it. I'm gonna have to do this like there was like this BTEC childcare course that was like it was good. It would have been good for me, but it was like that would have taken me into the route I wanted to go into, but in like a narrow way. It wouldn't have, like, if I changed my mind, it wouldn't have like broadened my horizons. And my family were like, just see how you do first in the A levels. I mean, in the GCSEs, and I did quite well. And they basically told me, you're a lot more clever than you think you are. You can do it. I did, and I did well. I got into university, and I never thought I would be at university. I was like, higher education, that's not for me. That's just not. And I really surprised myself. And like, only recently, in like the last 3 years, have I really thought, oh, maybe I am actually quite clever. Maybe I actually do have, interesting things to say. I don't know.
Well,
it took me a little while to get into uni. I didn't get into uni first off, but I was like, I am going to do this. And other stuff happened for the reason I didn't get in, but other things happened in my personal life. But I mean, I think you're very right saying like we're hardworking, because I think if I didn't work my ass off, then I wouldn't have got where I am. I'm surprised, but I can still kind of pinch myself that I'm actually a physio. But yeah, it's interesting. I think they're all quite similar in that way, like kind of motivation. The motivation is strong, I think.
It's because we feel like we have a lot to prove, and that pushes us. We're like, I have to do it. I must do it. I must show everyone my my capability.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of our type, because like I don't think we're very good at assessing what we're good at. If someone asks me what I'm good at, I'm like, oh no.
We need reassurance.
Like Jack, or like my husband, who've got like extroverted intuition, are very good at saying like, oh, you're good at that, and did you know you're good at this, or what I would be good at, and kind of making those things we don't think are particularly special about ourselves. I don't know, they seem to have a knack for making me feel anyway that, oh, maybe that is useful, or oh, maybe that is, maybe I'm
cute. Yeah, no, I agree. No, I didn't know that. Yeah, I don't think I really thought about my personality that much before. I didn't even think. I probably didn't value myself very much. I don't know. Just didn't think about it. Didn't think, oh, why do I act like that?
I think in terms of like how we pick up on things in a room, like when with Jack's meetups, the first one I went to, in London, I walked in and like there was like this kind of awkward discussion thing going on, and I was like, we're uncomfortable. I have to change this. So I was just like, hi, and I sat down, and there wasn't really like a proper topic. It was sort of just awkward, like mumbling, and and I was like, what can I like think of that will get people actually like excited to talk about like a topic? And I came up with this thing, and I was just like, okay, everyone go around and like state their types. Like I gave the meeting more of like a structure. And I made it more of like a proper discussion, really. And like also a chance for everyone to get to know each other and like feel more comfortable around each other.
But that was very brave of you, because I wouldn't have done. I didn't do that. Like the first time I went, it was bloody exhausting. I was like so tired at the end, because it was like, what the hell is this? And it was very early on with Jack and our relationship. I wouldn't have gone in. I haven't ever gone in. I've been to a few now.
But that was also because you weren't comfortable, like really with anyone either as well.
No, but you didn't know anyone.
No, but like I had my brother there, and I had I think Amy and Avi came with me.
Oh, okay.
So like I had my mediators.
Yeah.
I was able to
Okay,
like
fine.
speak, and like I don't know, I was feeling a bit confident that day. Maybe I felt what I was wearing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right, interesting.
I feel personal responsibility. Sorry, you probably can hear my daughter squealing. It's happy squealing. Like I take personal responsibility if like something isn't going well socially. And I think that was like a really big source of me having social anxiety when I was younger, because like I really pick up on it. But I'd kind of think, oh, it's not going well because I've done something wrong or I'm awkward. But now I'm older, I'll pick up on like that something isn't going well and I want to fix it, but I'm a bit too shy to do it. And I'll have to be like you, Bella. I'll have to know a couple of people there anyway to be able to fix it. Because I think we're all probably like more reserved than outgoing. Would everybody agree?
We kind of like push ourselves to be more outgoing so that we make the atmosphere more comfortable.
But then we have to feel comfortable ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then otherwise it's like, okay, I have to go. Bye.
See you later. Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know about you.
I've got an
guys.
interesting one.
Oh.
No, that's the one I told you to ignore. There's weird ones like that.
Wait, can I just say? I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when I'm having a conversation with someone, I think to myself, oh, this conversation's going well. Okay, I can actually make conversation. This is good. Okay, what else can I ask?
Wait a bit.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry, technical issues. This one. I don't know if anyone wants to answer that question.
What does that mean?
Oh,
S3.
oh, Bella.
What do you think it means,
Well,
Bella?
No.
I mean,
What does that mean? I don't know if we can answer this question.
I thought it was like a Socionics term.
I think we just say it's okay if you do, it's okay if you don't. Each to their own. Let's move on.
My drink. No.
No. But anyway, let's move on. Maybe. I didn't particularly want to talk about.
Oh my god.
Like
Oh dear.
right, wait, let me find another question. There's some funny ones. Oh. Oh.
It disappeared.
I feel like rudeness is like a big like spectrum of things. I mean, like I never feel good being rude to people. I always feel instant guilt. But like if like burping is rude, then yeah.
Oh god. Yeah, it's context specific, huh? Being rude just to be rude, no. The only way I would be rude to someone is if they came after my family, I think. I would be protective, you know.
Or a
But
friend.
yeah, it's not like having to stand up for yourself or other people, and then it feels good because it takes a lot. It takes a lot to do that. I don't know about you guys, but for me, it takes a lot for me to stand up for myself.
Yeah.
I'm like shaking while I'm doing it, but at the end,
Depends on the
I'm like,
situation
oh my God, I'm
and
so
who.
proud of myself. Oh,
Yeah.
It depends on the situation and with who,
Yeah.
but not. It doesn't happen very often.
I find it hard. It's like if I have to be a situation where I probably should be rude, I'm kind of just thrown that somebody's being mean because I kind of expect everybody to be nice. So when somebody does something and maybe it is warranted for me to say something rude back, I'm just a bit like, The last rude thing I did, it's when I was really heavily pregnant and I was driving and somebody cut me up and I had to slam on my brakes. And I went, I'm pregnant, you flap. But the windows were up. They drove off. But I felt like I told them.
Oh, I definitely have road rage. You're joking. I shout at people all the time.
But that's probably like the rudest time to go. Like I just don't stand up for myself.
that's such
Oh,
an
no, I
amazing
definitely
choice of
sound
insult.
flap.
I love that.
Hilarious.
Flap. I'm gonna use that. You're a flap.
Oh no, I do have road rage. I shout at people at myself. Like, I wouldn't shout out the car like, "Hey, you fucking."
No, I couldn't. I'd be like, I'm sorry.
I've had to stop because my daughter's in the back and she started saying mama and things like that. So if I'm like swearing, I don't want her first words to be, use your indicator, you wanker. So I have to be like, oh, you silly goat, or something like that. If somebody's like not driving properly.
I don't like properly drive yet to get that. I mean, I've had like instances where I'm with my driving instructor and I'm just like, why are they doing that? What are they doing? Oh, But like, I don't know, I never like hard. Because also, I mean, when I'm by myself driving, I might, I don't know, I'll probably get frustrated and might like mutter.
Oh, I definitely swear at people.
But like with my driving instructor in the car, I don't want to make him feel uncomfortable, so I'm really careful with my words.
Yes.
That can vouch for my road rage, I think.
Oh yeah.
I've heard you as well.
Angry lady.
What?
You can be one angry lady.
Shut up. Right.
Why is he being so strange?
He's not used to
He
that.
hasn't got the control.
He's not used to it.
He doesn't
No. I need advice on how to lift up people's moods instead of dragging them down.
know.
Oh, be yourself.
Perfect.
Be yourself and don't be apologetic for who you are, even though I am all the time. I preach a lot of stuff, but I don't actually do it myself. Just like have like a little ritual thing every morning where you like I know it sounds weird, but like just be nice to yourself in the mirror, like find your good qualities and tell yourself, then remind yourself of what's good about yourself, what you offer to other people. Always look on the positive side of life. Think, okay, this has happened. I feel a bit shit, but I'm going to use that and like take it and make something good from it. And to also know that pain isn't forever. It's temporary.
Have y'all seen Queer Eye before?
Yeah,
show?
I love it.
Yeah.
I freaking love it. But they have this awesome exercise where it's like, put yourself in front of a mirror, take a marker, and write your good qualities down. You know, like you're kind or you're strong or you're whatever. And I think when you can see it laid out, like you want to reflect that onto other people too. You know, those good things. Like put that kindness back out.
I like the whole be yourself thing as well. Because like, if you're not naturally like a mood influencer, like you find it hard to influence people's moods, why should you pretend or put pressure on yourself? Maybe you're good at cheering up somebody in other ways. Like, I don't know this person, but there's probably other ways that you're good at stuff that would cheer somebody up. I don't know, because like the question's like how to lift up people's moods instead of dragging them down. So do they mean like make other people happy? I don't know.
I think so.
At the same time, it's not like totally your responsibility that other people are happy. I know that's rich coming from an SEI because we think it's our responsibility, but like it isn't, is it? Like people are ultimately responsible for themselves, so don't feel too bad, whoever this person is.
Oh, she's back. I'm not giving you a Motel Rocks discount code right now. I'm busy.
Where's the cat?
I don't know. Go find her.
People are watching it.
Yes, people are watching it. We've got lots of
drama.
Socionics. Who? I don't know. I can't. Liv. It's alcohol.
Oh, why are you drinking that? It stinks.
Because it's a party.
Oh, why don't you just
We don't have anything.
This is really interesting. This is a really interesting
collection.
Oh my god, Liv.
What?
Supervising.
No, I'm her supervisor.
No, I'm her supervisor.
No.
I'm her big sister.
How do you feel your emotions?
That's not how it works. I'm always telling
Yes,
you
it
off for
does.
things that are socially unacceptable.
Liv, do you feel your emotions in your body?
Do I feel my emotions in my body? Where else would I feel them?
No, but like
Project onto everyone.
Yeah,
I feel this way, so you have to feel that way too, or otherwise you're a bitch.
You physically feel them.
When you experience joy, what happens in your body? That's my
Exactly.
favorite.
No, you can't answer it. You're gonna have to go.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Make me feel joy.
You're amazing at singing, and I love you. And you're the best big sister. And I look up
Yeah,
to
I
you.
feel in my body.
Oh.
Sorry for our intruder.
Right, who wants to answer this? This is really interesting.
Oh, that was the question. Oh,
No, what do you think I was plucking
I know.
out?
I thought you were just testing her.
Well, I wanted to see how she reacted though to it though.
How do you feel your emotions? If I'm really, really happy, if someone is like making me feel so overjoyed, I get really overwhelmed, and I can feel it like. It feels like my heart's going all fuzzy and weird, and sometimes I might cry because I'm so overwhelmingly happy. It's weird. I had that like, last week, and I cried because I was so happy. I was like, what's wrong with me?
See, I don't.
Yeah.
It's very rare that I cry because I'm happy. Like I rarely cry because I'm happy. It's really weird, but I get that fuzzy feeling in my heart.
Like if I feel like I'm really appreciated by other people, like one time, there's been like a couple of times in my life where like people have like my friends and my family have thrown me surprise parties, and I'm just like, oh my god, these people actually love me and care about me, and I just suddenly just started crying like and shaking because I was just so overwhelmed by like the love that I felt from other people, because I don't know, like I sort of feel like people are so like wrapped up in their own minds and like their own lives that they don't really care about me. I don't know. It's an insecurity. I don't know. But it's overwhelming when I see that how much people care about me.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I think it's like when you experience real joy too, it's like a euphoria. Like people talk about taking drugs to feel something. You don't have to. Like you can literally feel just so loved to the point of your whole body taking like vibrating, and there's bubbles and you're light and you feel like you could fly, like all these things just from people.
I have a confession.
Oh.
I've done weed, and it's really it
Oh god.
Oh no.
Oh god! Yeah.
like it either makes me really anxious and scared and feel like I can feel everything in my body, or it makes me like so weirdly hyper that I'm like laughing uncontrollably, and I'm just like, oh my god. But then it makes me so aware that I'm laughing so much to the point where I'm like, I'm so annoying right now. And I'm like, I'm annoying everyone, aren't I? I'm so annoying. I'm annoying. And then everyone's like, you're being annoying, asking if you're being annoying. So yeah, I don't need it.
Yeah, you don't need it. That's the thing. Like, I think we have a good access to the feelings that we want our body to feel, I think.
Just not. I'm just being annoyed. I just don't need it. No, I mean, yeah.
What about when scared or angry?
I really feel
yeah.
stressed.
Feel the emotion.
I kind of like freeze a bit if someone's like really like terrifying me, where to the point where I no longer feel safe. I go into like a weird shock mode where I just sort of freeze and like I can't get myself to like speak anymore or say anything. I don't know.
You went a bit robotic.
Did I?
That again? Yeah,
Like,
just but it's the connection.
If someone's scaring me so much to the point where I no longer feel safe with them, then I go into a weird state where I like freeze. I'm in like a shock, and I can't get myself to like move or like say anything because I don't know. I'm just too scared to like react in any other way. I don't know. I've only had that like once or twice.
But I can get angry.
Oh, we're talking about scared. Oh wait.
Huh?
Well, just emotion in general, right?
Emotion. Well, I mean, when I'm angry, I kind of see red, and I can't really control like how I act sometimes. Like I'm like I physically feel it. It doesn't happen. It doesn't last for very long. And then Dad's like, shh.
Do any of you guys like shout at other people like when you're really angry? Do you like really feel it and you're just like, I just have to?
No.
I rant more than anything.
I rant.
Like, if something's bothering me, I won't shut the fuck up about it. And my poor husband, like, I'm really positive for everybody. And then I come home, and that's when I let my negativity out. Like, so-and-so's done this to me, and then they said this, and then, and like, all the things that are bothering me that I keep in because I don't want to, like, bother anyone else. And my poor husband is the one that has to listen to all that. So, like, when I'm angry or upset, I rant. But I need to be told you've said that about 5 times in the past hour.
I can only
Just to
snap
make
at
it clear.
I can only snap at like my dad or my brother Max. 'Cause they just really bug me. They really bug me. They're just so. Oh, I don't want to like have a bitch. It's because my dad's in LA. So we clash a lot.
How do you and your dad clash? Like, what's an example?
Like an example from the other day would be when he asked me to clean up the kitchen, and I was waiting for the dishwasher to be finished so that I could then load like the next bit. And I was doing my coloring in my like happiness mindfulness coloring book, just to like, you know, do my own little thing, waiting for the dishwasher to stop. And then he comes down and he's like lecturing me about, you said that you were cleaning up the kitchen and there's still a mess. And I'm like, oh my God, wait, I'm literally doing it. Like, I don't like it when people don't give me a chance to like explain myself. Like that really bothers me because it's not fair. And it makes me feel like I have no voice. I can't like say how I feel. He doesn't really give me that opportunity to say how I feel. Cause then like, even when I do try, he just doesn't stop. He just doesn't stop lecturing me. And it just makes me feel really trapped in myself.
Your dad's quite scary.
My dad, yeah, I know.
It's taken me a long time to kind of know if he even likes me.
Oh no, he does. He loves you. He thinks you're great. But all my friends were scared of him. They were scared of my mum as well. Yeah. I didn't like bringing friends over to my house because they would always just be like, oh my God, your parents are so scary. And my parents would be like, I don't want people in my house, go away. And I'm like,
sorry, you went completely funny. It just went a bit funny. Funny, it went all fuzzy. No, I mean, I just honestly, for a while, I didn't know if he liked me, but I know he likes me now. But
it's because he doesn't show any emotion at all.
No, and I find that really hard.
Anger, and when he's angry, he just lectures. That's all he does.
Yeah. And
What type's
likes
your
to
mom?
shout.
My mom,
Yeah.
she's an EIE.
Oh, okay, interesting.
It just explodes all the time.
So 2 SI polar parents, like, how do you handle that?
I have to have a lot of time by myself, like especially now when everyone's living on top of each other and there's a lot of arguments in the house. I have to sort of like whisk myself away and go on a mindfulness walk because there's just so much like anger and frustration and negativity, and I just can't handle it. And I'm just like, can everyone just get along and be happy? And they're just like, you're annoying. Stop spouting your positive shit. So then it makes me feel bad and annoying. So then I have to leave.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I feel you. I'm sorry. What's hard?
It's fine.
No, like to have your positivity shut down as an SEI, it feels like you're dying. Like it's the worst.
It's worse
Like,
than dying.
Yeah, man. It's like you died twice.
It's because we don't want to feel all the negative stuff. We want everyone to be happy, and we want ourselves to feel like just nice and like positive. And when people are just like, no, you can't be like that, it's like then I can't live. What can I do?
Yeah,
like, it's impossible. We can't just not. And if we're told that we can't, what's the point?
Yeah. I feel like life is difficult enough. Like the realities of life are rubbish sometimes. So like if you can create a bit of happiness, like why not? I find it really hard when people like judge me because like I like to laugh a lot and I just make stupid jokes all the time and things like that. And people judge me for that, but it's like, actually, to get a bit deep, I find life really difficult for a lot of reasons. Like I have really bad anxiety underneath it all and things like that. Life is really hard, so I want to make it a bit easier and a bit nicer sometimes, and I don't see anything wrong with that. So when somebody's trying to like dull my sparkle, it like really like pisses
I
me off.
love that. I
Because
love
it's like
that.
it takes a lot for me to like try and be upbeat and happy. If I don't know, what would they rather me do? Just be an anxious mess all the time? They'd complain then as well. Do you know what I mean? So the next time somebody complains about us being positive, let's just be like really sickly positive to them, like really annoy them. Like, I love you. I'm so grateful you're in my life. So great.
Yeah.
How are you all dealing with like positivity in this like self-isolation quarantine thing? Because I've got my own thing that I've not done it in a couple of days now because I was told it was annoying. How are you dealing with it?
Oh, not well actually.
Oh crap.
Like I'm quite sociable for somebody who's quite shy, and this social distancing is killing me off. Like I really love to see people, and I
was excited to
going
go
out.
to training today. That's how
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, I'm getting
I'm
out of the
excited
house.
to go to the shop, even though it's absolute carnage when you get there. Like it's so sad. I took my daughter for a walk around where we live in the pram, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, fresh air. So like I'm struggling with it in that way. I miss the freedom. I miss the social connection because I'm quite a social person. But I quite like staying in that way. It's nice that you can just like stay in because I'm a bit of a homebod at the same time. But
no, I just want to go out for dinner, like have a coffee with someone. It's the basic coffee with someone, all right.
I want to get my eyebrows done by a professional because at the moment
I
I do them myself and I look quizzical. So I've had to draw them in. And if I could go out, I could get someone else to do them for me. Oh my God. First world problems.
Yeah, I'm dreading when my nails, like the gel gets too long that I have to do something about it. 'Cause I don't know what I'm going to do.
You know what I'm excited about though is for when everything to come back online, for everyone to go back into the world and for them to appreciate it for a while. I think that'll be awesome.
I think it makes you appreciate like just your basic things, just your basic freedom. It's mad, like being able to just like get a coffee with a friend or go out for dinner. One thing I did say,
hugging your friends. Hugging your friends.
Yeah, I'm gonna hug everybody.
All about hugs.
Yes.
No. What I said to my friend the other day, I said, when we're getting out of this isolation, we are going out for breakfast, lunch, and dinner on the same day. I don't even care.
Yes.
It's ridiculous. Like it's just. I know it's about food again.
But how do you choose where to go? That's the problem.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about it.
Go on like a cafe crawl, like go to all the ones in the area, just make up for lost time.
Cafe crawl.
Yeah, cafe crawl.
Get a starter, a main, and a dessert from different places.
Yeah.
I know it's food again. But honestly, I've been doing Joe Wick's workout P lessons though. I've been trying to do those and getting back into. I've done a little bit of cycling. Yeah.
Well, is it like cycling where you're actually on a bike and you move, or like a home bike, like where you stay?
Actual cycling that you move.
No. Isn't like a proper bike where you
Yes.
Oh, I don't have a bike.
Well, it's not mine. It's my mum's. But yeah, a physical bike.
Last time I went on a cycle, I almost got hit by a car, so that put me off.
Oh my god. No. Don't get it.
I just like I may be aware of things, but like cars, no. It wasn't fun.
No,
it hurts. Cycling hurts. I'm not gonna go into it, but
why don't you expand on that point, Bella?
Nope.
Sure. You mentioned it.
Everyone knows what I'm talking about.
No, I think you should explain. Right, let
Zara.
me
Shut up. Shut up.
just see if there's any other questions.
Yeah, we've been just kind of like ignoring them.
No, sauce.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
get so
Very
It's
rude.
hard to keep up. I've never done this before, guys.
Don't stroke Jack's ego too much.
What? Oh no, he can fuck off.
I've got a question. If anyone, if there aren't any.
What question have you got? Who's got a question?
Who watches Rick and Morty?
I haven't
I
seen
do.
it.
A bit. My husband likes it more than me.
I've just started watching it with someone, and the Rick is an ILE,
This is funny.
and Morty is an SEI, and it's so interesting. And how I get sleepover party vibes.
For real.
Sorry.
Look, I'm the only one in bed. It's not really a sleepover.
Sorry, Bella. I just saw this. It was funny. Go on.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, the two main characters are ILE SEI duels, and it's just so interesting, like, seeing how their like,
Watch it.
intertype relationship plays out, and like Morty thinking that he's not clever, and everyone telling him that he's not smart, and then we actually like find out that he is smart and just in other ways, and Rick just like going off with his like created inventions and like teleporting and time traveling. It's really interesting.
You know, one fictional couple that I thought might be ILE and SEI is Jack and Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't know what Jack thinks of that, but I've been wondering.
He's
The movie, can you repeat?
The skeleton one.
The Nightmare Before Christmas, like Tim Burton, and Sally's like a
Marvel.
doll.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
I've not seen it.
Are they ILE SEI?
I
think
could see
so.
that. I
Yeah.
think it's definitely the right ballpark. I'll have
Yeah.
a look again. I'll have a
Yeah.
look again.
Let me know, Jack, because it makes sense. I don't know. She even like feeds him.
Wait, can I just give you guys an
I
update?
think that could actually work really well. I like that. I really do. I think so. I'm going to watch it again just to make sure, but I think that could very well be right.
Okay.
Well, I've just had a message from Olivia
Got my
with this
interview.
sad face.
You're on longer than I-
Send her discount code.
Yeah, I'm going to go on this computer.
She won't stop until I do, but I'm just ignoring her for now. Wait, Jack, I asked you a question on WhatsApp yesterday and you didn't reply.
Oh,
He's
sorry.
crap at WhatsApp.
I asked if what the cast of the characters in Moulin Rouge are, like Satine and
EIE.
Satine EIE.
I think so.
See, I thought that, but people are saying SEE.
That would be the other option. She's too unsure of her of where she is. Eventually, she chooses the Duke over the person she's meant to love. I'm not sure.
Someone said ISFP, and I was like, no.
Nah.
So I put another question on there.
What's the most clever you've ever
What's
felt?
the waifu?
Huh?
Hey everyone, my waifu is on. Like a little cheerleader. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I'm old. I don't know.
I don't know. But I know about feeling clever. What's the most clever you've ever felt?
Oh,
The most
God.
clever I've ever felt.
I'm still
Graduate.
waiting for that moment.
Graduated university, probably. I've actually done it. I've actually bloody passed something. No.
Probably getting a first in one of my my assignments.
Oh, well done.
Thank you. I got like 72 or 73 or something, and I was like, oh my
Really
god,
good.
That's good.
it was nice.
I got like 50 to 60% in stuff when I went to uni, but that's because I mainly went for like the social aspect. I just kind of dicked around and was like, why am I only getting a 2-2? Oh, mystery.
Mm.
She doesn't leave me alone.
You know, my sister's EIE as well.
Yeah, she's the same
she's-
age as me, isn't she?
She's like that. Like, won't leave me
Needy.
alone. If I'm doing, if she
Attention, they
was
just
here
want
now, she'd be
They're
like right
"Oh,
next to
for
me
God's
here.
sake,
Yeah,
excuse me."
exactly like that.
I
Help,
can't find my cat.
help.
Come on.
I just want my cat.
You're sitting on my leg.
It's like that. They have to be involved. Like my sister always wants to be involved in everything. You're involved.
Olivia's going to do it with Cat. She's going to do the EIE party.
Is that
Yes.
Yes, Jack, come see.
Jack?
Of course it's.
Hi.
Jack!
Oh my god.
Hi. Liv, Cat has says that she's really looking forward to doing the EIE version of this with you.
Her face.
She's not interested.
Mm.
Oh, this is an interesting one.
Support your
Tolerant.
Wow.
Solar function.
Where's the A?
What?
There's no A. Polar.
It's
Well,
supposed
that's
to be
not
written
real.
like that.
They left
Point
It
it.
of
stands
least
for something. I don't know what it stands for. What does it stand for?
Point. Is it point of least resistance? Or have I got that wrong?
No, I think that's right.
Okay, I said that really
Believe so.
confident then. I was like, hang on.
No, you did good.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
What is
Making
this
you feel clever.
Socionics here.
Can you guys see me supervising her, telling her that she's not being acceptable? It's like when I went shopping with my mum and there was no eggs, and my mum screamed up, and I told her, "You can't scream that in public."
Yeah.
I don't
Aw.
want to do an EIE party.
Then don't. You don't have to. No one's making you. Where did Zara go?
Zara?
You drove her away.
Mm. This is what happens when you appear.
Would you come with me for the EIE party?
I will support you from the
Okay,
wings. Yes.
then maybe. I'm nervous. I don't
Okay.
know.
You can give a little.
Oh, right. I'm gonna have to move. I'm moving.
Wait, I was in the middle of watching American Idol.
Well, then go watch it.
Okay,
Get out of
bye.
my SEI party. Bye. Well, go get the cat.
How long are you gonna be there?
Meowing. It's,
Alright.
oh, for God's sake.
She's so much like my sister.
Where's my
Oh my god.
What?
phone?
Summoning the cat.
1 second. Sorry, I'm just.
It's so weird. Like my sister's EIE and my mum was as well. And like you said, your mum's EIE.
Yeah, that's really strange.
Yeah.
So we have like similar life.
Yeah.
What? Oh my God,
We
Tilly
know,
does
we know
not
the
have.
struggle.
Ask what the cat's personality type. Oh, my mum's here now.
Oh.
Mum, I'm live streaming on YouTube. Did you know?
Oh.
That side of the bed.
This is what happens when there's like
Jeez.
EIEs in your life. They have to be involved.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, bye.
They always want to be protagonistic.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
So I'm
Oh,
having to
you're
move
okay,
all
Bella.
around the bloody house. 1 second.
There's too many beaters in my family.
Mine as well.
We've got EIE, EIE, IEI.
So my mum was EIE, my dad was SLE, my sister's EIE, and my other sister's IEI. They're all betas.
Similar to
I'm the
mine.
odd one out. And then my extended family were largely like SLE, SEE sort of thing. And it's
I've
just
not
like
got any SLEs in my family, but my cousin's in IEI and her fiance is in SLE.
I really struggled with it being so beta heavy.
Yeah.
I really struggled growing up. My EIE sister's like my best friend. We really get on. But like I just really struggled. I don't feel like my family really helped my development in my personality at all. Think they wanted me to be something else, something that I wasn't.
They want you to be tougher.
I was just about to say they try
I
to
tried
toughen
that.
me up all the time, and it clearly hasn't worked because I'm an emotional mess of a woman, and I cry all the time. But
Same.
no, I'm like
Emotional mess of a woman.
like it just the more they tried to toughen me up, the worse I got, the more emotional I got. And it's like this is having the opposite effect. Please stop.
Oh.
I don't know about you, but I've always like been told from the beaters in my family, you need to be more selfish. Why do you care about other people? You need to do what's good for you and just not care and just do your own thing. And I'm just like, oh, but I can't. But then like I've sort of taken that into account. But then I kind of struggle because part of me is like, I want to make sure everyone's happy. But then another part of me is like, I need to do what's good for me. And then I get this really weird like moral conflict in my head of what's the best thing to do. And then that's when I really struggle. And that's when like I kind of like shut down in a way because I'm like, what do I do? It's so weird.
Yeah, it was such a hard balance for me of like being myself, which made me feel better, but also pleasing everyone else made me feel good as well. And it's just like it's impossible to do both.
Because also when someone's asking something of you that it's not naturally what you do, it just like puts like a cog in the works, a span in the works. That's it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It just confuses everything because like they're not really properly allowing you to be yourself, but because you want to please them, you want to like you feel like you have to do something that's not naturally what you would do, and it's like it's such a conflict in your head. It's weird.
Yeah, I've only recently learned that it's okay to not be a big personality and not to be into conflict. Like I hate conflict. And that was always seen as weak. I don't know about anybody else who's been around people who tell them to toughen up all the time. But I've actually realised as I've got older, the fact that I handle conflict in a more peaceful, like I can calm people down very easily. That takes a lot of strength to be that way. So it's actually, I'm just as strong as people who are maybe more assertive and more like, I don't know, like an SLE or something who can like fight back.
We're just not like aggressive with it. We don't.
Yeah,
like,
I'm strong in a different way, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Do you feel
Which
like
I've learned
you
as older.
have like a strong filtering system? Because when I feel like I actually have to confront someone, like in my mind I can be like really mean, but when it comes off very like benevolent, as kind as possible, like I'm gonna kill you with kindness kind of way.
Yeah.
Unless something really calls for it, but I don't know.
I don't know if this happens to you, but sometimes I feel like I censor myself from swearing or things like that. I don't know, for you.
I always apologize for swearing. I'm like in the moment I'd say like, oh fuck, and I'm like, oh I'm so sorry.
Whoops. I know I don't curse. I enjoy people cursing. I just don't do it.
Oh, I swear a lot, but like that, I think I've been raised by betas and been in a beta family, and it was a very working class sort of background. That swearing is just normal. It's just part of every sentence. So like, I swear a lot. I'm having to stop because I've got a child. So I realise, oh God, I swear a lot. So I'm having to stop, and I think sometimes it's aggression as well from me. Like I was told the other day, like, oh, I thought you were a bit like, which really surprised me because I don't think that about myself, but it must be being raised by betas that's made me come across like, as if I'm saying effing this and effing that and shit and all that. People probably thinking she's not that approachable. I don't know.
I think we're really approachable people. I don't know, that's just how I perceive myself. But my dad, he wouldn't let any of us swear when we were younger. Like if we swore, we got our mouths washed out with soap. So I just did not. I was
supposed to be raised though. Like I wouldn't say I was raised properly. I think you should let your kids swear. I wouldn't let my daughter swear. So.
I'm gonna hop off, you guys. I have to go, but thank you for inviting me.
Oh, my internet's being really rubbish. I don't know, my internet's being a bit.
Oh, you're
rubbish.
frozen. Oh.
Yeah, you froze like.
What? I know.
Yeah.
What am I frozen like?
Oh, I think Jamie has to go.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, bye,
Bye.
Kat.
Nice to talk to you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
It was really fun. We actually should do this again.
We should.
Please.
I've really enjoyed it. I've really
I
enjoyed
really
it.
have.
I really needed this. I talked to a baby all day. So
It's nice as well to talk to people who are so similar to you.
yeah, I
Yeah,
felt so
no,
understood.
honestly.
Like every time I said
Yeah.
something, you're all like, "Yeah, we did that as well." So it's been
Nice
lovely.
to like kind of have that familiarity. Have a lot of time to talk to people who are similar to you. I think.
Have you guys seen Stanley's Magic Garden?
No.
It's like a really weird film. It's like a child film, and
What is-
we are the same type of Stanley, and he's like this little like troll thing who just wants to make the world a better place and like make it all green. He's got this magic thumb, and he just goes like boom, and then just makes everything all flowery and green.
It's magic.
It's really funny. Jack told me that he was the same as us, and I'm just like, yay!
We've all got magic thumbs.
Yeah, we just have to touch, not touch people. We touch them. We touch them in a different sense with our soul.
Yeah, we don't touch them in like we're going to be on a list sort of sense. Yeah. Let's just clarify that.
That would ruin my career.
Ditto. Hello.
All of us, we all work with people and children.
Yeah. Let's keep our thumbs to ourselves. Let's keep our magic thumbs to ourselves. That's the moral of today.
I think Fanny's thumb is another word for our soul. Like, and our words, like I
thought you said.
I don't know what you said something about bum.
I thought you said it's another word for our soul, but I think you said our soul.
Our soul. Our soul.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like we in a different sense, and we make the world a brighter and better place. People need us. We need the world needs SEIs in their lives. Oh, I've got a private chat going on.
Oh, so.
Oh, I got to head out. Oh, that was Jamie.
Okay. It's been really cool. I was like to Jack, I was like, oh god, like I've never done anything like this before ever, like this chat thing. I quite like it. To be honest, I was knackered when I got home. I was tired and I was a bit worried because I was like, oh, I don't want to be too tired to do this tonight, because I was really like, this training today just knackered me, but it's all good.
I spent the day doing a puzzle.
It's a hard life.
No, but I always leave like the last thing for someone else. So my mum came over and she was like, "Oh, you nearly finished it. Are you going to finish it?" And I was like, "I'll let you finish it, Mum. I'll give you that. I'll give you that." So she took the last piece and she put it on, and she just did this weird thing where she was like, "Ooh," and I was like, "What are you doing?" It was really weird, but like, I don't know. I have it with food as well. Like I never like finish packets of things. I always have to let someone else finish it, because otherwise I feel bad. Like I have to give it like the last one to someone else. I have to save it for someone else. I don't know why. It's just like a thing that I've always sort of stood by.
No, I'm not that nice. Like I asked my husband, "Do you want the last one?" What I mean, you say no, so I can have the last one. So if he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll have the last slice of pizza," I'm like, "Okay, but that's not what you were meant to say. That's not what I asked."
I mean, I'll secretly want it, but I don't know. I like to give it to someone else. Don't know. I'm just a melt.
Oh, you're lovely. You're lovely.
Thank you.
You're like so sweet. You're like a little ray of sunshine. So don't put yourself down.
There was a supply teacher at my secondary school who once told me, "Oh, you know, Bella, you radiate happiness wherever you go. You just radiate it." And it was like I actually cried because it made me so happy. I was like, "Oh my god, that's so cute!" And he was like, I think I freak people out sometimes because I'm just so like, I get so overwhelmingly like happy and emotional and I start crying on them, they're like, is she okay? But then I'm like, oh no, I've made you feel uncomfortable, so I stop myself.
Yeah, sometimes I'm really aware when I'm being too much, because like I can get quite excited and expressive sometimes. And it's like, you know, when you can tell somebody's a bit like, oh, like a bit more reserved, and I'm like, yes, I'm also normal, and all the normal things have happened to me. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we get a bit overexcited, and then it's like everything. I don't know, everything is amazing, and then it's like the person's like, "What are you doing?"
We suddenly become aware of like what's socially acceptable and what isn't, and then we're like, okay, I've got to tone it down a little bit.
Yeah. I've had that a lot with before all this quarantine stuff. I was going to a lot of baby groups and trying to make friends with other mums. And like you can spot like the perfect mums from a mile off. Because like I'd say something joking and they'd be like, and I'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. Like it would like kill me inside. Like I wanted
all these comments.
and I was so stressed, and I was like, oh God, is anybody else's kid being an absolute dickhead today? This mum was like,
that's exactly what I thought. Like,
never. I'm like, yeah, but kids are dickheads sometimes. Like, you still love them. But like, she really was like not having any of it. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I just like went and talked to somebody else who was like trash like me. Like
Laura.
Yeah.
What is it like to have your own child? I'm just like, I've always like not dreamt about the day, but I've always wondered, like, do you get like an overwhelming feeling of like, oh my God, this is my baby. I grew this inside my tummy, and this is my thing.
Well, when she was put in my arms, I was like on so many like drugs, like legal drugs. Like they gave me. I had all the pain relief going, so I was a little bit like, is it real? Like it felt like, oh God, I'm a mom now. It was a bit weird at the time. And I think there's like loads of photos of me going, it's like I was absolutely knackered, and I got this child on me. So, you know, like people have glamorous like labour photos and everything. Mine was not glamorous.
They got like makeup on when they like.
But I think it didn't hit me that I was a mom until like I had a on my own, like when you come home from hospital. And I was like, we were driving home in the car, and I was going to my husband, you're going too fast. And he was like going at 20 miles an hour. Because I could become really aware that I've got to keep this human alive, and I don't know how. And I got so scared, and I don't think I slept for the first night. So I was just like watching her, like, is she still breathing? But now it's like, I can't remember a time when I wasn't a mom. I can't remember my life before.
really?
That's what I'm so excited about.
Now. It's like normal to be tired all the time.
How old is she?
To look awful all the time.
How old is she?
She's 9 months on Saturday.
Cute age. I'm so excited to have kids. I have dreams all the time where I'm like pregnant and I have a baby, and I get so attached to this thing that isn't even real. And I wake up, I'm like, where's my baby?
Like, you know, we're very in tune with us feeling comfortable and not comfortable. Pregnancy is fucking uncomfortable. It's horrible. I hated being pregnant. So that part, if like I could have just like fast forward and just had the baby in my arms, that would have been great. Being pregnant's awful.
I just want a child. I just want a baby.
You'd be such a good mom.
Get the
I honestly can't wait.
Yeah, ditto.
I had so much joy growing up with like my dolls. Like I pretended they were mine. I pushed them around the house all the time. And when my mum was like, "You're getting too old for them now."
Having a baby is exactly like that. It's like a doll. If only. No, with natural qualities are quite like, if you want kids, obviously it's quite suited to being a parent. Like I was surprised. Like I struggled in a lot of ways because it's like literally overnight you're a parent. Your life completely changes.
I mean, yeah.
But like in a lot of ways, a lot of things felt very natural because of the way I naturally am anyway. And I think it's because I'm an SEI. Like certain things, like I was able to pick up on what she needed, and I felt very in tune with what she needed and things like that. And I know other parents have been like, I had no idea what my baby wanted or what that cry meant and stuff. But I kind of found that easy.
Oh, really? You
I
could
feel like
actually-
I'll pick up on it really quickly.
It
yeah.
changes though. 'Cause
that's
like,
really
like, oh, that's a tired cry. Then a week later, oh no, a tired cry and a happy cry are the same now. Because like they change. Like it always changes, but like I found it quite easy to pick up on what she wants and what certain faces mean and things like that. I don't know. I don't know if it's because of the introverted sensing or something. I don't know.
I mean, I've worked in nurseries where there have been like babies. Like I've been in the baby room, I've been in the toddler room, like 1 to 2, 2 to 3s, and it just like in different age groups. Like some like when you're with the babies, they're adorable, but it's like you just have to kind of just sit and watch them, and it gets kind of boring. Like there's not much going on. It's just sort of like watching them sleep and just sitting there and
Right.
waiting.
Try a setting.
And you're not allowed your phone, so we're just like.
I had to once assess a cold baby. He had suspected shoulder dystocia, so it's like possible like nerve injury. And oh my god, this little arm had to move like all around, and it was like I couldn't believe I was even like moving her arm. Like the thing is, obviously, babies are very like they are very actually less delicate than you think. You think, oh my god, it's this child is like so
I must
delicate.
protect.
Yeah, honestly, and she was like, "Why are you moving the arms so slowly?" And I was like, "I'm just so worried." Like,
I'm a bit like that when I'm holding babies.
But what was really interesting is like a first-time mum, and it was like you could see the way that the mum was trying to work out how to dress the child, and it was just really, really just beautiful because it was just like she was learning at the same time I was, and like I was like moving their arm, and they were like having to, I don't know, comfort the baby or change the baby or whatever, and it was just like such a moment.
So I'm just telling Olivia off because she just came in and went, "My trailer's out, my trailer's out." She's in a short film, so she's just very excited about it.
No, it's out, her trailer.
Yeah, her trailer's
We
out.
gotta go.
Why don't you send everyone a link? Oh, you're going?
Goodbye.
All right. See, I know we're talking about babies now. God, you're probably like, what the heck?
It's like, I better run.
Oh, I've gone into. Come in. Oh, everyone meet Tilly.
Oh,
This is my baby.
Tilly.
Matilda, Hermione, Crystal, Aaron, Tilly for short.
My cat was called Tilly.
Champagne.
Freaky. We're both SEI. I had a cat called Tilly. I have an EIE sister and an EIE mom.
That's really weird. Are you me in another life?
You look like you're
I wish
holding.
I was you. You're really lovely and you're really
Oh,
pretty.
I look like you're. It looks like you're holding my head.
This is okay, Livy. You need to move.
Holding my head.
Livy, get up. Do we look alike?
Yeah.
Do we look like Jack?
I think Amy looks more like Jack.
What?
yeah.
No, Amy
Yeah, I
looks
think
like my
you're
dad.
right.
Me and Liv and Jack look like my mum. Oh, sorry. Oh, I think
No.
She tried to drink the whiskey.
It's different because people say, I think my daughter looks like me.
She
But a
does.
lot of people say, oh God, she looks so much like her dad. But I don't see it because I see her every
half and
day.
half.
I think Olivia looks like Jack. Do I?
I think Amy does.
Mum and you.
Yeah, and I think Amy does same shaped face and everything.
Amy's got a square shaped face.
Amy's got a
Well,
moon.
Kat
face.
says I think
Moon
Olivia looks like
face?
Jack.
What does that mean?
It's like a moon. Big round moon.
No, Amy's got a square jaw. Moon's are round.
She's like a squared off moon.
That's not very nice. Go away.
I'm really
You're being
warm.
rude now.
I'm really warm.
Go away.
Can you watch my channel?
Supervising. I'll watch it later. Go away. You're being rude. Bye.
I'm always rude.
This party's getting really British.
Huh?
It's actually really. Someone said that this party's getting awfully British. It's
Oh,
true.
I'm sorry, Vladimir Vincent. Is that how you pronounce? Oh, Trey, I thought you were leaving.
I've got to go and stop neglecting my child. Time to let her out of the cupboard. She's probably asleep now. I've left my husband still with that. So
Oh, I just can't wait to
it's
be
sleeping time for me. I really enjoyed this. Thank
Oh,
you.
it's quarter to
I
11.
wasn't bored, Mum, for a while. It was great.
I think we've done pretty damn well. 2 hours
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
I think we need to do this
Wow.
party again.
Oh, no one wants to listen to us droning on about nonsense and crap.
About me being
Yeah,
on
they
drugs,
do.
doing that, for me wanting to be a nun so we could eat some cheese. I think people want to give the
I
people
love
what they
that.
want.
Has anyone actually enjoyed watching this?
There's only one right answer. Remember, we're very emotional. We take things to
Yeah.
Good
heart.
job. Oh, good job. We got a
We
good
will
job.
internalise it and then we will play. I'm joking. We won't.
Yes. Oh,
Anyway,
thank you
I'm
for
going
putting
to go
this party.
and
Well,
raise
it's
my
actually Jack's idea.
Okay, bye, Laura. Lovely meeting you.
Hi.
I was just like, hey.
Hilarious. Oh no, it's been really fun actually.
It
You
has
know,
been really
I think I kind of understand why Jack does all of this.
Yeah,
all
I
the
was gonna
time,
say,
and
like,
ignores me.
I know how Jack, like, I sort of know what he does now, in a way.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, what are these? All these Google Hangout things. I used to think he was a bit of a loser, but
I didn't understand how he had so many friends on Facebook. Like, when he was like 16, 17, he had like 2,000 friends, and they were all from all over the world, people he didn't know, and I was like, that's so weird. But now I get it, because he met all these people through like Socionics and BTI and stuff.
yeah, no, definitely.
Because now I'm doing the same thing. It's like, wow, I'm like connecting to these random people that I don't know, and like
It's quite nice to kind of. Yeah, I know it's still live. I'm going to
Sorry.
take it. Shall I take it live? I'll take it. I'll end my broadcast.
Should we just
I'll end